Hello and happy birthday to all of the Geminis out there. Welcome to your June 2023 tarot card reading. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. For those of you who are new, my name is Jane. Welcome to your June 2023 tarot predictions. So you are free to watch these videos for your sun, moon, or rising sign, depending on which resonates more with you. For those of you who are here for love, you may also want to check out your Venus sign as well. And I've had a couple of people, or actually a lot of people recently over the past couple of weeks say, hey, Jane, I haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you. Where have you been? I've been here. Please make sure to subscribe and hit the little bell if you want to get notified for all of the videos that I post. Some people just aren't getting the notifications apparently, so you just want to make sure you hit that little bell. Let's go ahead and just not waste any time. Let's get right into it. Thank you, and I'll see you in a sec. Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your June 2023 tarot card reading. So let's go ahead and take a look here, see what comes through. We're going to start with the Major Arcana card. And let's see, for Gemini, we have the Empress. So there's really something beautiful growing within you, probably something creative, a creative idea or a new business idea, or there's a desire of some sort. Now you're wanting something different in your life. Now, the thing about the Empress card is it is never forced and it is absolutely never ever rushed. In fact, the more and more emphasis or tension you create, it's just going to be that much harder to manifest it. This is supposed to be about allowing things to flow through you freely, okay? You feel what you feel it when you feel it, you're feeling called for something, and you don't have to offer up a lot of excuses, you don't have to figure it out, you don't have to push forward with it like a freaking Mack truck, okay? You can just ease your way into this. That is my big recommendation for June, is just ease your way through this, because it's going to be more fulfilling, it's going to be more easily integrated into your life, it's not going to create a risk for you. And ultimately, it will likely become pretty lucrative or profitable or satisfying or fulfilling or whatever the case may be. The Empress is a highly intelligent force. She knows when something is for her. Okay, now you have to trust that knowing. And I know I'm saying this to Gemini, and I know I'm saying this not only to a Gemini during Gemini season, but we also have Mercury in Gemini as well, plus all this third house activity. I know it's probably not the right crowd, but this is not really the best time to be utilizing your lower intellectual mind to figure this out. This is about being guided more spiritually, being guided more soulfully towards something, okay? So who is in your environment? We're going to pull out a court card. Who is in the environment that you need to be aware of right now, Gemini? We have a Queen of Swords. I've been liking the Queen of Swords lately, although she's kind of giving me a cold shoulder a little bit. Feeling an opinionated person around you. Someone, doesn't mean you don't respect them and they don't respect you. Probably there's a lot of mutual respect here. But it might be that some of you are needing to go your own separate ways from someone because you do have differing opinions. You have something brand new emerging within you that, by the way, comes without permission. It's not like this was something that you planned for. This person might not necessarily be very compassionate or understanding about those things. And that can be really hard on you, and I totally get it. But ultimately, an Empress, this is someone who's got to do what they've got to do. And this person can get over it. Okay? It may also be that you're trying to reach out to someone, trying to connect, trying to explain whatever the case is, And I don't know that they are necessarily very willing to hear what you have to say or hear the explanation, whatever it is. We'll see what else comes out in the rest of the cards. I would imagine this would be a fairly frustrating experience for you. I am getting an air of frustration with this Queen of Swords. Now, going into June, you may not necessarily understand what this is. As we get through, and if you watch the astrology reading that I'll post as well, you'll get a better gist of this. But Venus is going to be pre-shadow. So it's the time before her retrograde throughout June in your 3rd house. So there is a lot about communication and relationships and whatnot. So this may come near the end of June. You may understand more clearly what this is. Okay. So let's pull out, you know what, actually, I'm just going to try something. This deck is a little tricky, but we're going to try it anyway, just to kind of get a little bit more information here. Okay, so conflict and danger lie in wait. This is why I was like, should I use this deck or not? And I'm like, okay, well, we pulled it, we got it, so we're going to use it. So conflict and danger lie in wait. It's interesting that we have the Queen of Swords and then we have the dagger. I do feel that there is someone out there who's a little bit sharp and maybe judgmental, maybe critical, highly opinionated at least. I don't think this conflict and danger has anything to do with what you are creating as the Empress card. I think this has to do with external things. Now, it doesn't mean you should be scared. Don't be scared, okay? This is not like an actual thing, right? But it's just maybe you have to be careful about those with whom you choose to share your ideas, those with whom you choose to create alliances or collaborations or partnerships, those that you're wanting to combine resources with. Just be very careful. Venus retrograde can be an interesting time. I'm not saying good things can't come out of a retrograde like this, but you do want to be highly, highly selective and really put your own interests and the interest of your family and your spouses and the people that you love, your children. Those are the interests that have to be at the very, very, very top. And don't allow anyone else's promise of something bigger and greater kind of cloud your sight. Okay, I like that her eyes are closed here because she is not allowing herself to get distracted. Please do not get distracted. Please do not allow someone else to take you off of your seat of power. If someone else is having a little tantrum of some kind and they don't want to talk to you about it and you've opened the door for that conversation to be had and they shut the door, that's on them. Okay, please do not harbor any guilt or shame for anything. The focus really needs to be here on this Empress energy, on the creation, on bringing life into something, bringing life into new ideas, new relationships, all of it. That's where the goodness is. That's where the focus should be. It's possible there's a little bit of jealousy with someone else out there as well. Okay. Seek a union of mind and spirit. Okay. This is what I mean. This is why you have to be careful and you have to vet it out. Don't just collab with just anybody. Don't just alliance with just anybody. Make sure there's cohesiveness. Make sure their interests are the same as your interests and whatnot, and there are no conflicts. And if you need to take time so that you can determine, please do so. Please do not let anyone pressure you into doing something before you are ultimately ready. Okay? So let's take a look here at the 9-card block, which is the Spirit Guide spread. What else does Gemini need to know? We have the 2 of Coins. We have the 3 of Cups. And the Hermit. So 2 of Coins is suggesting maybe you're juggling a lot of things. Maybe there are choices that are being weighed. Please do not rush through this process. There is absolutely no reason why you should rush anything. Please do not lock anything in stone right now. It's not the best environment for that astrologically, especially as we're building up to a Neptune retrograde. It's just kind of, I'm not going to say it's a volatile time because it's not volatile. It's just, you got to feel things out a little bit more. Okay, that's all I'm saying. 3 of Cups, this can be, I kind of am sensing this in 2 extreme opposite ways. On the one hand, the more and more you can connect with your friends and your social networks in a highly positive way, go out, laugh, have some drinks, do something fun, go for a hike with a bunch of people, things that are good and healthy and feed the soul, absolutely 100% stamp of approval, yes, okay? But then on the other hand, you need to be careful of people that gossip and people that spread rumors. Well, I guess that's kind of the same thing. Or people that, present one face in front of you and then have kind of another face behind your back. I'm saying that, right, because we have conflict and danger lie in wait. And you just really never know. So I'm not saying you have to be distrustful of people. Your intuition is going to be super on point in terms of like a good feeling or a bad feeling. Does this person give you a good feeling or do they give you a bad feeling? And if they give you a bad feeling, just walk away. And with the Hermit, there is that quality of wisdom in following the light. And you're going to know. That's the thing is you're going to know what feels like it brings you peace. Maybe that's really what the Empress is saying here. It's like follow the peace, follow the serenity. Those are the hallmarks of true and ultimate wisdom. Now, I'm not saying you have to shirk all your responsibilities because your workplace stresses you out, can't give you peace, so therefore it's not the light. That's not what I'm saying. But in terms of putting yourself in certain rooms with people, right? Follow the peace. Follow the creativity, follow the heightened state of energy, follow the positive chaos rather than the negative chaos. You have the power of discernment right now. You can trust it. You can trust yourself. Sometimes people really struggle with that. They second guess themselves. There's no reason for Gemini to be doing that right now. You don't have to offer up explanations as to why you don't feel comfortable with something. Chances are Gemini is not going to shy away from a healthy discomfort. If you're being pushed and stretched beyond a talent or a skill, but you're also learning and you're growing, obviously that's a discomfort that Gemini will fully embrace. If it's a discomfort because someone is giving you the creeper vibe, right? Or someone is throwing a temper tantrum and giving you the silent treatment or something crazy like that, obviously that's different. Okay? You can use the power of your discernment. 8 of Swords. Another Empress in the very center of the reading. Obviously that's representative of Gemini. And then we have the 7 of Cups. Eight of Swords. Now, I haven't sensed in a while that Gemini has felt trapped. I haven't sensed that ever since Pluto really came into Aquarius. Pluto is now retrograding back into Capricorn. So there might be something that resurfaces, something that you thought was in the past that ultimately is still kind of has its hooks in you a little bit. Let's use an example. This will not apply to all of you, but as an example, one of the things, like let's say you have an ex-partner. You broke up a while ago, you moved on, dating, whatnot. Maybe now you're meeting someone new and they're great and you don't actually have a reason as to why not to move forward with them. And yet there's still so much fear. And you realize that maybe you have so much fear because of how badly that last person hurt you or how much you were hurt by the ending of that relationship. So even though maybe it was a long time ago, somehow it still has a hold on you. And while you are trying to move on and you're trying to continue to build your life, here comes this thing that has been looming, and you realize that it is a wall and it is preventing you from moving on. So Gemini is faced with, how do I handle this? How do where you genuinely want to move on? That's the thing. You don't want to be held back. You don't want to be stuck. You don't want this other person to have any power over you. So the decision with the Empress is like, well, so just don't let it. And that sounds almost condescending. I'm not saying I'm not condescending to you. It's just maybe it's to yourself, right? That piece of advice, well, just don't let it. It sounds condescending. It sounds trite. It sounds unhelpful. And yet it's true. The Empress knows she just must put one foot in front of the other, and that she's being presented with a new opportunity that could be everything she ever wanted, and she doesn't want to sabotage it. So there are going to be a lot of feelings. 7 of Cups. Cancer season, especially near the end of the month, Neptune retrograde, Saturn retrograde, all in Pisces. Yes, there will be feelings. Okay, a lot of feelings. Plus we have Jupiter in conjunction with that North Node a lot for the first part of the month as well. A lot of feelings and a lot of release. And you're not going to be able to make tons of sense of it. It's just going to kind of do its own natural, organic unraveling. And it's going to untether you slowly but surely, one sword at a time. This feels like a significant moment in Gemini's life. A moment where Gemini can really drudge up that extraordinary courage to not be held captive to their own past. And that might mean, I'm kind of feeling like your actions and your choice to move towards something that is good and healthy and lucrative for you, it's going to piss some people off. And they're not going to want to participate in it. And this is that moment where you have to say, all right, well, then don't. Then don't. Fine. Gemini absolutely will not put themselves on hold. And while progress may be slow, again, this just feels like it's organically happening with the Empress card. It's just what's going on. You don't have to put a lot of mental effort into this. And I don't think you have the mental energy to do anyway. You're too focused on the future. You're too focused on tomorrow. Okay, let's see what else. The Sun, love that for you. Judgment. I think something's going to click for you, Queen of Cups. Like something is going to hit your brain and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, like this little thing, this little spark, right? This is the trust and faith. You have the trust and faith that this growth process, this new life is building and you're, channeling new creative energy for yourself. But you really can't see very far ahead. You don't know ultimately where it's going, where it's taking you, what you're ultimately building. I mean, yeah, you can have a bigger vision, but at the end of the day, it might not feel like a lot. But suddenly, that little flicker becomes a full-blown explosion of light and understanding. And this seems like a hurdle that once you overcome, your perspective on the world, judgment, is completely bust wide open. Massive epiphany. You see things so differently now. You feel liberated. You feel empowered. You feel like, oh, wow, that was a whole lot easier than I thought it was going to be. You feel passionate. You feel excited, enthusiastic about what you're going to do next. And that's just going to feed the creative essence of the Empress even that much more. And I do see you being very much at peace with the Queen of Cups. And you may be attracting people, right, that are also very much at peace. Now, when I say you're at peace, it doesn't mean nothing is going on. I know that things are going to be going on in your life. In fact, actually, there's probably going to be a lot of activity in your life. But it doesn't feel overwhelming. It doesn't feel burdensome. It doesn't feel draining and exhausting. It actually feels the opposite of all of those things. It's life-giving rather than life-taking. And I love the Queen of Cups. I actually like how the Empress and the Queen of Cups both have their eyes closed. Because this is just you not necessarily leaning upon the information that is right in front of you, but you are leading from a gut instinct. By the way, it's not going to lead you to the wrong place. Okay? Let's pull out the clarifiers. Oh, you know what? I didn't get that one deck ready. I guess we'll use this other one. Okay. So we're going to pull out clarifiers, and we're going to talk for another 25 to 30 minutes about all of these cards. All the info for the comprehensive reading can be found in the description box in the comment thread down below. So we're going to start first with the Empress. What more does Gemini need to know about the Empress? Knight of Swords. Well, there's the Gemini card. Love that. Six of Coins and the Magician. We have the Queen of Swords for the environment. High Priestess. Nine of Cups. Okay. And the Devil. I was like, I don't know why the High Priestess and Nine of Cups is kind of giving me an icky feeling, but it is. And then we got the Devil. So there we go. All right, so what else for the Two of Coins? What else does Gemini need to know for the Two of Coins? Three of Wands, Ace of Coins, Page of Cups. For the Three of Cups, ooh, a Three of Swords, Seven of Cups, and a Devil. See, I knew there was like gossip or something. I knew there was something like that. Okay, Hermit. Ace of Cups, Nine of Swords. Oh, okay, that's an interesting combo. Now we have the Eight of Swords. What else does Gemini need to know? Two of Wands. So driven by freedom, the desire to be free from your past, the desire to be free from the effects and consequences of past decisions, past choices. Fool. Oh, I love the Magician and the Fool for you. It feels so on point. Six of Swords. The Chariot and Strength. Page of Swords. I love that for Gemini as well. Six of Coins and Four of Coins for the Judgment card. Emperor. Five of Swords, Seven of Wands. All these queens. Okay. Page of Coins and Seven of Swords. So this is where we are going to pick up in the comprehensive reading. So if you want to join, you are more than welcome. Again, all that information is found in the description box and the comment thread down below. Thank you all so much. You guys know I love you. Have a great month, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.